Hey, what is going on, guys? Diamond Game here. In this video I have actually a really exciting gameplay for you guys. I go like 30 and 11 just sniping with my ballista, which I really don't prefer actually the ballista. I pretty much prefer the DSR basically because less hit markers. But in this video I really want to talk about a new series that I'm bringing up in my channel, which is called Life Stories. And I thought that'd be actually a pretty interesting topic, and in this first episode of it I'm going to be talking about the first time I got stitches. And the first time I got stitches was actually pretty funny. It actually started off actually a really good day. It was like around probably 10:30, and my mom took me to like Sports Authority to get like a new bat for like baseball. Because like back then I played baseball a lot, and from right now I only really play football. I focus on that more. But yeah, so I got like a new bat for. Just like my mom bought it for me. It was like a pretty crappy old bat. Like I was not really informed of like the really good metal bats, like the Voodoo and like Marini and stuff like that. I just kind of got like a normal bat from Sports Authority, and I thought it was actually pretty cool. It had like ambush on it, it said that on it. And so what happened was like the next day I brought it to like my friend's house, and that was basically because I was like really excited. I wanted to show him that, and I don't even know why I brought it over. We're gonna use that all. I was gonna like show him it, but like anyway, like me bringing that bat basically ruined my day. I brought it to his house, and he thought it was actually pretty cool because like we were like from 8 to 10 years old. I'm not really sure, and he was like taking some practice swings with it, and me being the idiot I am, I was like standing right behind him. And what happened was he was taking a few swings, and then one swing, like his like last swing, he just took a nice like big swing and nailed me right in the forehead. And from there I just was like dazed. Like I just like went like backwards, like my head went backwards, and like he just turned around and his like jaw dropped, and I literally just was covering my head. I had no idea what happened, and I wasn't like crying like you'd think you would be. I think it was just because I was in shock. And what happened was like I like took my hand off my head, and I was just really like looking at my hand, and I saw like that I had blood, and that's when I started like tearing and stuff like that. So I started like crying, and then like the next thing I hear is like my friend's mom just like looking at me, and then she's like, "Oh my God!" And like my mom turns around, and like she just like runs over to me, and then we like all hop in the car. And at that point I'm just like really just like kind of like in shock. I wasn't really in any pain, and we were just like kind of like driving to the hospital, and my friend's mom was like driving, and like my mom was just like kind of like holding me in the car, and we were like, as we were driving to the hospital, I was just kind of like it went like really slow, like driving there. I guess it was just because I didn't really know what was happening, but like yeah, it was going like really slow. And eventually we got there, and like I had to stay in like the waiting room for like a half hour, which was kind of ridiculous because like me just sitting there with a fucking hole in my head, just like kind of like looking at the front desk, not knowing what to do. And really I didn't really want to talk to anyone. I was just kind of sitting there, and then like my mom would come up to me, and she just like, "Oh, do you want anything? Do you want anything? Just tell me if you want anything." And I'm just like, "Get the hell away from me." And yeah, so like we were waiting there, and then we finally got to go in, and like the doctor says, like looking at me, and he's just like, "Now we can either do the stitches now, or you can wait for like our specialist do it." And then my mom's just like, "Oh, okay, we'll wait for the specialist." So then we like end up driving home, and I was like kind of pissed off because I still had a fucking hole in my head, and they just gave me like a bandage to wrap around. And when we were like driving home, like I was like just laying on my couch waiting for like 5 o'clock, because that's when we were told to come back, so we could like get like the stitches over with and stuff like that. And when I was like sitting on the couch for like those few hours, because it was around like 1 o'clock then, and I'm just like sitting on the couch like, oh my God, I think I might die. Because like when you're at 10, like if you think anything happens to you like that, you think you're just gonna like need a huge surgery or something like that. Like I thought I was gonna need a huge surgery, and I thought I was gonna like die because it was like in my head or something like that. And yeah, so it was actually a really scary experience for me being like a young kid. And so what happened was like we went back there around 5 o'clock, and then like was putting in like my stitch, like about to put my stitches in, and I like that point I was like just scared to death. I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. I didn't know if it was gonna hurt or anything. So it ended up actually not being bad for me. Obviously, if you guys have ever gotten stitches, you know it's actually not that bad. Like they just numb there, and like you barely know it's there. But anyway, it kind of like sucked though, like just walking around just seeing like stitches in my head. I don't know, like back then, like I thought it was kind of embarrassing to walk around, and then it's just like because I thought everyone would just like look at me and be like, what the fuck happened to him? But it wasn't really actually that bad. I would walk around and nothing would ever happen really. It's just like like when I would go, no, this actually happened in the summer, I believe. So actually I didn't have to like go through school with that. But yeah, so at the end of the day I decided to actually go back to my friend's house, and like I wanted to go back there and just like play with my friend's mom was just like, no, I don't want you coming back really, because I don't want you getting hurt with your head anymore, because it's just like, of course, sensitive. If anything happens to it, the stitches might fall loose or something, and then I'll have to go through that all again. But also another story I'm going to share with you guys is the second time I got stitches, and this was actually, it happened at the same house, well, my same friend's house. And what happened was, literally, we were like playing tag, nothing really too big, we were just like running around, and what happened was it was like me. It's just like when you're stuck in that situation when it's just you and the base is like behind the other person that's like it, and it's trying to tag you. So me, like I tried to juke her, like it was like me and like his neighbor, and it was like 2 girls and like a boy or something, and I was like trying to juke her out, and I actually like ran to the base and I got it, but like I banged my head on like the side. I don't even know what it is, like this pole or something, but it was, I don't know how I even like managed to like cut my ear open. So like literally what happened was I like cut my ear open, and like at that time I really didn't even notice it. I literally was just playing on, and I don't even know how someone else didn't notice that either, literally. So like I have like, I'm like my ear's cut open and I'm like bleeding from it, and then like a couple minutes go by where like I'm trying to tag people, and then I go to like, I hear his mom call us. So like me and him are like walking back to the house, and I'm just like, Brennan, do I have like a cut on my ear? And he's just like, John, your ear slid open. And I'm just like, what? And then I literally I touch like my ear, and I like see like blood there, and like I was like, this was actually like maybe a year max after I first got stitches. And literally what happened was I was literally just like, oh my god, I have to go through this again. And what happened was we were walking back to the house, and I wasn't, this time I didn't even cry, because I guess it was because like the pain was kind of over with, like, because it kind of hurt though when I did bang my head, but I didn't even notice I had to get stitches. So like, we walked back to his house, and he was literally just like telling his mom. And then what happened was like the dad was out like on a jog, so like we had to wait for him to because I don't know why we actually had to wait for him, but I think it's because he had to drive me home, or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so I just remember her just being like, oh, why do you always have to get stitches at my house, or like get hurt at my house? And I just remember the doctor there being so fucking bad. Like the first time I ever got stitches, I got like, it was just done within like 10 minutes, just like stripping myself, like my skin up. But this guy fucking sucked. Like literally like this time was on my ear, like he like numbed some areas, and then basically what happened is he like put like the needle through my ear, and I would like start screaming, and like he wouldn't even he didn't even like numb my ear, and like I was in so much pain there, just like from it being like cut open, and then him not even like basically not sewing it up. And then he's just like, why are you always this whiny? I'm just like, no, it's just you didn't fucking numb my ear. And that's really basically all I have to say about this comedy. This is coming to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.